PowerPoint presentation time. My top 10 video game songs of all time, specifically individual songs, not entire soundtracks. Stipulation, only one song per game franchise. That's important. Some soundtracks are so good that the entire list would probably be made up of of the one game soundtrack or franchise. Let's get started. Number 10 is Deference for Darkness. Listen to this. Oh yeah. Beautiful. You know, like a action shooter game going for such a somber tone in their game and in their soundtrack is actually what makes this game so exciting. Unlike regular Halo 3, which is sort of epic and grandiose, this game, ODST, has a somber, intimate feeling to it that I really love. It sort of feels like what AAA games should be. It almost, I can't even believe that this comes from a video game, that it comes from Halo, that a game can sound this serious without sounding like edgy. I haven't actually played Halo 3 ODST, or any of the Halo games. I think I've played Halo Reach at a friend's house once. Okay, this part? Saxophone playing as quiet as possible. Kind of an interesting choice. You know, it has Halo 3 ODST has this like noir sound. It's, you know, such a great contrast to the large string section, you know? Yes. You know, Warthog Run almost made it to the list, but I decided Deference for Darkness is better. Number 9, from top like 5 to 10, could have been reordered. But number 9, Underground from Terraria. This song is the song of my childhood. You know, if you really think about Terraria, stylistically, it should not work. It's a game where it references modern games, past games, pop culture. It's just sort of randomly strung together nonsense, basically, and it shouldn't work. But the music manages to make it all work. This sort of collection of synthesizer, 8-bit, orchestral, absurd sound, you know, really brings Terraria all together, and it makes it a cohesive experience. And the fact that the song sounds this unique, this interesting, while still not being like tiring to listen to after playing the game for like hundreds of hours, is really quite impressive. Number 8. I had trouble choosing this one. Good Egg Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. It was a toss-up between this one and Gusty Garden Galaxy, but I actually find Good Egg Galaxy a little bit more surprising, to be honest, as a song. Yeah, it's just, I love this song. I love the entire Mario Galaxy OST. I think this game is what made me fall in love with the orchestra. In this sort of high energy sound. Listen to this part. Oh yeah. Just so good. The melody writing is just superb. I think the orchestration is a little simple, but in a way that actually makes the music work in its favor, to be honest. It's a Mario soundtrack, but for the orchestra. Number 7. This one is a little bit of a classic, and when I was making this list, I was surprised at how low it actually was. Number 7 is The Opened Way from Shadow of the Colossus. I said Mario Galaxy made me fall in love with the sound, with the orchestra. No, it was actually Shadow of the Colossus. The writing is just brilliant. It's insane. It's just iconic part after iconic part, like insanely good orchestral writing packed into like 2-minute segments. It's crazy. Like, it has the variety and depth of an entire symphonic suite condensed down into 2-minute, 1.5 minute long songs. It's amazing. That reminds me, if you're looking for one more Shadow of the Colossus song, you're thinking, oh, I wish there was just one more battle theme from Shadow of the Colossus. Let me show you something. It's from this game called Sengoku Basara. Listen to this. This song is basically just another Shadow of the Colossus song. It almost felt like the composer just had like another one in them and just wanted to make another orchestral song in the style of Shadow of the Colossus. And they just did. It's crazy. The song like just fits in Shadow of the Colossus. Sengoku Basara 3 Scene Selection. This is a bit of an honorable mention. Number 6. You know, you could almost call this the same franchise, but Heal from Eco. The song is just awesome. Every little thing, the echoing chords, the weird, like, almost bird-like chirping. The melody is just so soothing. The fact that it's not in 12, it's not tuned normally. I don't know how to describe it properly, but it's sort of, most music is tuned to where the A key is at 440 hertz. I believe this song is just at a different tuning, just like different. It's just different. And even that helps it. It just like makes the song stick out a little bit, you know? It makes me lean forward in my chair a little bit just to listen. You know, a song so calm and peaceful and happy in a game that's, you know, quite depressing is just... You know, there's a lot riding on this song's shoulders, to be honest. Even though you know, in the game, you're just saving your game. But it's this song and the fact that you have to both sit down on, like, stone benches that make saving a strong aspect of the game. And a memorable aspect. Every time you save, it's, you know, you're reminded of your connection, of Eco's connection with Yorda. Number 5. Now this one's an interesting one. You know, it was so hard making this list that I needed like separate criteria. I wanted to include a song in the top 5 that was kind of surprising to me. Like, if I were like truly 100% trying to make a top 10 list, I would probably not put this in the top 10, but I wanted to include something that was more unique, and that choice was Heimdall, the Vermilion Capital from Trails of Cold Steel. This song is really unique in the sense that the job it has to do is like very difficult. There's a lot of weight on its shoulders, kind of like Heal with Eco, but in a different sense. So the Trails of Cold Steel and the entire Trails of series it's built on lore, and there's an ongoing story. And by this point in the series had already been going on for like 7 years or something like that. And arguably, Heimdall is the most important place in the entire game's lore. Or like, not in its lore, but Heimdall is essentially like the New York of the Trails of series. It's very important, but what's difficult is that it's a city that's relatively peaceful in a military country. And so this dichotomy is really at the heart of this song. You know, a song that's somehow both hopeful, but also a little uncaring, a little unforgiving. But a song that kind of reminds you of what the characters stand for and what they're fighting for. And that's what Heimdall is to me. And that's why this song is number 5. It's just, it stands for so much in the game, and it's so unique. They could have easily made this city sound so different, but they chose a sound that's like this. Almost indescribable, you know? A song that's kind of fun. Now we're getting to the serious stuff. This top 4 is the heart of everything that I love about music, everything I love about video game music, and everything I love about video games in general. Number 4 is the Song of Healing from Majora's Mask. I mean, this is just a classic. I mean, the meaning, part of the meaning of the song's just so obvious, just listening to it, you know. The song starts off so scary and like barely tonal, but slowly morphs into a calming and beautiful song that's still stained. It's not like a happy song by the end, but it's feels so resolved and so like content by this point. It's a song that's just, it shows how a song can have meaning, you know? Simple, brilliant, elegant. What's interesting is that none of the remixes or remakes or anything even come close, in my opinion, to the original song's quality. Something about the N64 sound font kind of helps a little bit. Helps with like the lo-fi sound. Third best video game song of all time is Apotheosis from Journey. I'm cheating a little bit, specifically the version from the Traveler Symphony version. I mean, this song is just a classic, and it's a song that, you know, what this song taught me, a game's sort of meaning and satisfaction doesn't come from its difficulty. Just the act of beating a game is enough to warrant celebration. And this song holds a lot of reverence to the player and to the game it's a part of. Ultimately, Journey is a very simple game that's like kind of easy to beat. It's already easy to beat, and then you can have someone join you and make it even easier. But that's not what the game is about. It's not about it being difficult. It's obviously about, do I even need to say it? The journey. It really says it out loud with its chest, with confidence. You know, a game that doesn't have a boss battle ending, that doesn't have dialogue or anything, you know, has an ending this confident in itself. An ending that really, like, just knows that the player will understand the experience that they're having, you know? I also had to include this song because I needed some type of dynamic music representation. If you don't know, Journey has a dynamic soundtrack. Move to different sections of music depending on where you are and what you're doing. Apotheosis being one of those songs. I believe Journey was the second game to ever get a Grammy, I think. First one being Baba Yetu from Civilization. Either way, entirely deserved. Winning a Grammy before there was a video game soundtrack Grammy award. Isn't that something? It's just awesome. Specifically, I love this version because the orchestration is just like insanely brilliant. It's crazy how well orchestrated the song is. Like, the original song's already a masterpiece, and then Austin Wintory was just like, oh yeah, let me just make it in every single way just better. And more impactful and more grandiose. Listen to the entire Traveler Symphony. The orchestral writing is off the charts. I almost wanted to include Road of Trials because of how amazing that song is, but come on, Apotheosis is too meaningful of a song. All right, number 2, our second best video game song of all time. This one is such a classic, bro. It's crazy. It is Time's Scar from Chrono Cross. I mean, come on. It's just so good. I don't even know what to say about it. That's how good this song is. It's funny because Chrono Cross is almost like its own sequel, right? Like, not only is Chrono Cross the sequel to Chrono Trigger, which has an amazing soundtrack, but it's also essentially a redo of the Radical Dreamers OST, which is the game that's the sort of interim between Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. A lot of the music in Chrono Cross comes from Radical Dreamers, and this sort of opening is sort of like an improved version of the Radical Dreamers opening. But man, this song and this whole opening is just so exciting. It's so dramatic. It gets me excited to play this game, even though I don't even like JRPGs. I almost just want to play Chrono Cross just because of this song. Just an excellent showcase of musical pacing and of how to build excitement. It's almost like too perfect, I would say. It's such a amazingly made song. It's just almost too good. It almost feels like not generic, but like predictable in how good it is. But it's still so good, it just like is exciting, man. It's just like my heart rate is increasing just listening to it right now. That was cool, but before we get to the number 1 song, video game song of all time, let's get to some honorable mentions. These ones I wanted to include so badly that I ended up including them. First honorable mention goes to Raindrop Flower from Maple Story. Just a song with writing that's way too good in a game that I'm way too nostalgic over. Maple Story is the best South Korean cultural export. I'm sorry, Limbus Company. I'm not sorry to Solo Leveling. The music in early Maple Story is like so crazy good. I like can't believe it. And I'm so sad that I can't find the composer. They don't really do that much. They did like an OST for a different indie game, and that's it. Like, they were this good at writing music, and then they just didn't do anything else. Second honorable mention goes to Fallen Down Reprise from Undertale. The moments it plays in Undertale are kind of like not that important. Like, if you took away all the music from Undertale, the parts where this song plays, Fallen Down and Fallen Down Reprise, is kind of just sort of like, it's sort of whatever. It's like an interlude. But the song makes it important and like very notable and memorable. So that's why I wanted to include this in honorable mentions. Ruins is also a heckin' classic, bro. But also, let me just say, Save the World, overrated. I said it. And my last honorable mention is, of course, Chapter 4 on the Ground from Drakengard. Okay, that's enough of that. The number 1 best video game song of all time, not even close. This is my favorite song of all time, not even just video game song. Dearly Beloved 2, specifically, and I'm cheating a little bit here, Themes and Variations from Darkness by Project Estati. I mean, this song is just so meaningful to me. I don't even know. It's the song that's inspired me the most. So good. It's so good that I don't even have anything really to say about it. When I listen to the song, I don't think about it. I just feel it, you know? What's interesting is that Dearly Beloved, part of its brilliance of the original song is how simple it is. Its simplicity. It plays in the title screen when there's just a white screen with Sora standing on the beach, and it's just a piano and strings and the sound of waves. But what's interesting about this version is that it's basically the exact opposite. If you imagine Dearly Beloved, it's sort of like a blank canvas that anything can be drawn on. Dearly Beloved 2 Themes and Variations is sort of like a mural of everything in Kingdom Hearts. It tries to weave together the entire story of the game in music. I just really love that direction, to change the direction of Dearly Beloved in such a drastic way is just really exciting, really fun. I've also just listened to this song during important moments in my life, which I'm sure is a big factor why I love this song so much, The music you listen to during important moments of your life, you just end up liking more. I'm eagerly awaiting for the third and I believe final album from Project Estati. I will be seated. I hope it's a symphonic orchestra this time instead of like this sort of chamber orchestra they have. Specifically, I want to play you this part of the song. Oh my goodness, just such a hopeful song. A hopeful song that isn't just, it's not just vaguely optimistic. It's like hopeful in a way that's like, oh, it just makes me imagine like a sunrise. When I moved, I used to live in California, and I moved to a different state. And I remember listening to this song on the drive over. My parents were driving, I was in the back seat, and I would listen to this song. I remember it was sort of like a marsh type area we were in. Not quite a swamp, but it wasn't that ugly. It was actually quite beautiful. And I remember the sun was rising after we were driving all night. And I remember listening to this part of the song and just feeling really hopeful about my life, Oh man, but just what a classic. Brilliant song. Brilliant. I love video game OSTs. That's what brings healing into my soul.